Brisland with a pull-up three-pointer. It's good. Dickert open from three-point land. Good. Wood gets a screen from Went, nails a three. Leipom with a pull-up. Jay nails it. Ricky bank shot good. Wainer for three. Got it. Intercepted and laid off the glass. Deep shot from the side is up and good. Risberg's two-point shot is in. Splits to the fence and scores with 2 seconds to go.
We're at Sheboygan County Christian High School where the Eagles are getting ready to take on their arch rival, Sheboygan Lutheran. Hello everybody, my name is Mike Martin, and joining me is the Principal of the Year, Tom Grams. Tom, thanks a lot for helping out. Tom, you got a lot of experience coaching basketball. I want you to tell our fans some of that experience that you have.
Well, thanks, Marty. It's a pleasure to be here. I guess my basketball career goes back to playing and certainly coaching. I coached at Lakeland College. I was a JV coach with Moose Wolfson there for 4 years. Coached at Howards Grove High School for 9 years and coached at Sheboygan Falls High School for 4 years before I moved into administration.
Now those years at Howards Grove are memorable. Those were the years when Kohler had the dynamite teams with the Wolf Boys.
Yeah, we really had some great years and a great rivalry with Kohler, and we always managed to beat them at least once a year, and of course they managed to always beat us at least once a year, and then usually they beat us in the tournament too. So
now you're going to renew some of that coaching experience on Saturday.
Yeah, we're having an alumni game out at Lakeland on Saturday afternoon. Moose Wolfson's going to coach one of the alumni teams, and I'm going to coach the other one. Should be a good time by everybody, I think.
Let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. This is a big rivalry, and we've seen upsets happen. I remember Christian came in one year 0-8 and defeated Lutheran at Lutheran's gym. Lutheran playing a little bit, don't have a full deck tonight. They're missing a couple players.
Well, you know, these rivalry games are always a lot of fun, I think. You know, you look in our area, there's some great rivalries. The North-South game certainly, and Cedar Grove and Oostburg, and Falls and Plymouth, and Kohler and Howards Grove, and this is just another one of those. And you know, they always say, well, you can throw out the records in those games. I don't know if you can really throw them out, but certainly it tends to minimize some of the differences, and these teams are probably close enough. Maybe Lutheran's a little bit undermanned tonight because they're missing a couple kids, but I think it'll be interesting.
Casey Stelmakowitz and Adam Menzer are the two players that won't be in the game or suited up. They won't even be in the gym. Point guard responsibility falls on a freshman for Lutheran.
That's going to be really tough. I know one of the things I always said when I was coaching is that you can win without good big men, but you can't win without good guards. And you know, if you've got to rely on a freshman point guard, he better be a good one. But from what I hear, he is. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles the pressure in the big game.
That's John Decker now. One of the things that's going to make his job real tough is Christian likes to play an up-tempo pressing kind of style.
Well, that and the fact that they're just short on bodies, too. And if they're going to make it a full-court game, sooner or later that pressure gets to you. Oftentimes you handle the pressure fine early in the game, but then it tends to wear you down. Not even so much physically, but mentally. You know, you just keep fighting that press all the time, and eventually it gets to you.
We're going to take a break. The teams are starting to surround us with their warm-ups. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off for tonight's ball game.
Having twins can be a handful.
Buy one, get one free.
So when I decided to go back to school, I needed to find one that fit our lifestyle. Lakeland College was the perfect place. They offer an easy-to-manage schedule and counselors to help me anytime. Evening classes at Lakeland don't tie our life in knots.
Ever consider a double major?
Fresh produce at Piggly Wiggly.
Corn in the cob, red tomatoes on a vine. Peaches and grapes? I like red tomatoes. I love corn on the cob. Apples. My little brother likes broccoli. He's weird.
Produce that's pampered to perfection. Just one more reason to shop at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly! Shop This stuff is sweet.
I'm Catherine Jacoby, a volunteer with the American Red Cross. Like many, I reacted to the events of September 11th with great pain and sorrow. Since that day, the world has changed a lot, and we've changed with it, coming together with purpose and hope. all of us, your concern and caring has led the way. To every one of you who has helped another person during their time of need, America salutes you. Keep that spirit alive.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
For more advice on how kids can build strong bones, visit aaos.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
In these turbulent times, let us not erode the liberties our country was built on.
Let it shine.
We're back at Sheboygan County Christian. Let's go through the starting lineup for the visiting Crusaders from Sheboygan Lutheran. Number 15, John Decker. He's a 6'4" point guard. And number 23, Drew Powers, a 6'6" senior. He'll be playing in the post. Number 25, Philip Voss, a 6-foot senior. Number 30, Nathan Dillman is a 6'6" senior. You can look for him down in the post. And number 32, Josh Lindsay, also a 6'6" player. He's a junior. For the Christian Eagles. For the Christian Eagles, starting is number 24, Dustin Vervelde. He's a 6'1" senior. Number 30, Steve Hunick, a 6'5" junior. Number 32, Mike Oppenier, a 6'2" senior. Number 34, Jake DeMaster is a 6-foot junior. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Eagles, number 50, David Sneller. He's a 6'5" senior and one of the most experienced players in the league, Tom. He's been a starter since his sophomore year.
Looking at the rosters, you can sure see that the Eagles have the experience over the Crusaders, and that maybe accounts for some of the difference in their record so far this year too. It's certainly nice to have those upperclassmen.
And I think we mentioned this in the opening, but in talking with Todd Decker prior to the game, he mentioned the biggest problem they've had there, you get a good shot at Todd, is their shooting. They just have not been able to put the ball in a hole, and that's a
boy.
Can't make baskets, you're not going to win many games.
And if you're making them, it sure can cover a lot of other sins.
Right. Paul Grauman will be doing the tossing to start the game. Tip is controlled by Lutheran. Strong to the hoop, shot is no good. And
Lutheran had a set play off of that opening tip, Marty, and they just about pulled it off but missed the shot.
Drew Powers had it. John Decker out on top, controlling it. Powers with a 16-footer, nails it for two.
Looked good shooting that one. Christian pushed it up pretty quick.
Mike Oppenier threw it away.
He wasn't ready for the pass.
Decker going hard to the hoop. Won't go, but he's fouled on the way to the basket.
Lutheran off to a good start.
Yeah, not very good ball handling by the Crusaders so far. Pardon me, by the Christian Eagles.
So the postman wasn't ready for that entry pass. He was looking away, and it hit him in the hands, but he wasn't ready for it.
Almost thrown away, but recovered. Decker calling out the play.
Looked like Christian is in a zone here, maybe just on that inbounds play. A lot of times we used to stay in a zone on the inbounds play. It's a long shot.
Decker with a long three-pointer, got it to go. It's 5-0, Lutheran.
Lutheran also in a zone, Marty.
Hunick has it, throws it out on top to Vervelde. He sets the offense. Looks like a 1-2-2.
Well, if you notice, that point guard is sliding all the way to the baseline, so, you know, it's like a 1-2-2 where he goes all the way down inside.
Yeah, shot is blocked by Dillman. And then it goes out of bounds.
Didn't look like Christian was quite sure what they wanted to do against that zone.
Well, I don't think they see a lot of zone in the CLC.
Got a wide open look there.
Shot is off, no good by Hunick. Coming away with it is Voss. He takes the 19-footer and nails it.
Both defenders released on the ball, left the shooter wide open with the ball, and he turned and shot it and put it in.
Boy, that's a pretty basic fundamental. Shot is off and then blocked. That initial shot was taken by Mike Oppenier and rebounded by Christian. Then there's a foul. It's going to go on number 32. Josh Lindsay, that's his first and the team's first.
Lutheran off to a 7-zip lead here. Todd Decker couldn't ask for a better start.
Oh, that's for sure. Jake the Master nails the first of 2 free throws. I was kind of surprised that Decker down on the other end on that driving to the basket foul, that wasn't a shooting one.
That could have gone either way.
Master's second free throw is missed, but Oppenier gets the rebound. Cross quarter to Hunick. His shot, his pass inside to Oppenier for an easy 2.
Here's the press, Marty. Looks like Lutheran handles it pretty easily.
Voss brought it across the line, gets it to the point guard, Decker. Dillman's shot is up and in. His first basket.
I thought he said they weren't shooting very well this year.
Yeah, really?
They look pretty good shooting it tonight.
Oppenier saved the ball from going out of bounds. Got it to his teammate Vervelde, Dustin Vervelde. Jake the Master going hard to the basket and laying it off the glass is Steve Hunick. Decker going hard to the
nice pass.
And then a great save by Oppenier. He threw it off of Josh Lindsay. And Christian will get it back.
If you watch this zone, Voss out there in the top of the zone has to cover all the way down into the post. They're really asking him to cover a lot of territory. And he does a good job of it because Christian threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, you're right. Good pickup on that. That post feed was supposed to go to Sneller, but went out of bounds.
Christian looks like they're setting up in a man-to-man press here.
Dillman has it.
Lutheran takes their time again. It's a turnover.
The Master had a shot, passed it up. Now passes it out to Oppenier. Sneller going hard to the basket. Oh, very difficult shot, trying to go underneath the basket.
Too far underneath there, yeah. But here comes the press again. Now let's see how they handle it this time.
Julius Irving might have made that shot. Dillman saves it from going out of bounds.
They got away with maybe a reach in there.
Yeah, Decker got hammered pretty good, no call. Voss with the short jump shot is no good, but Decker fouls it in. He's all over the floor.
He's looking good.
Oppenier open from 18, in and out. Voss with the rebound.
Put the ball in Decker's hands again.
Decker going hard, dishes it off nicely. Ooh. Shot is no good, and then Dillman puts it in.
The offensive rebound. Lutheran seems to be picking up the majority of the loose balls, and a timeout taken by Christian.
With the score 13-5, it's a 30-second timeout. There you see Lutheran on top.
It was important, I think, for Lutheran not to get behind in this game with them being shorthanded and young, and they're able to jump off to a lead here. That was really important for them. So now they really got a good shot at making a big game out of this for them.
Claire Balko once said that when you play Sheboygan North and you're playing against that press, you want to keep the ball in the middle of the floor. I think the same could be said here tonight.
We always told our kids that against the press, at least when you get in the vicinity of the 10-second line, when you're bringing it up, you've got to be in the middle third of the court, because you don't want to be on either side, because that sideline acts as another defender and you get trapped in that sideline. So it's okay to be back, on the side in the back, but once you get in the neighborhood of the 10-second line, you got to be in the middle third of the court.
Pass inbounds to Hunick. His shot is up and in, a three-pointer.
Couldn't find anybody to pass to, so he shot it.
Sounds like good strategy. Steve Hunick with the three-pointer makes it 13-8. Lutheran working the perimeter.
Turnover there.
Yeah, Drew Powers had it stripped away.
The Eagles on the
Sneller lays it up off the glass. Good.
That's an offensive foul on Decker. That press is causing...
John Decker with the offensive foul. That'll be his first, the second on Lutheran. And that can be the great equalizer.
Again, with them being short-handed, boy, they don't want to get in foul trouble either.
Mike Oppenheer triggering the inbounds. Shoots it into Dustin Vervelde. He's hammered, but no call. Decker has it tipped away by Vervelde.
Good hustle play there.
Yeah, good defensive play. Lutheran will keep the possession. It's 13-10 after that timeout.
Decker looks like he's breathing kind of hard. You see he's putting his hands on his knees. They're asking him to do a lot. And again, he's just a freshman.
Dillman's shot is off, no good. And then the rebound shot.
Crusaders come up with another loose ball, another offensive rebound. That's keeping them in the game.
Sneller picks up the foul. That rebound shot was by Lindsay, but he was obviously fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. I was going to say, since the timeout, Christian has scored 5 straight points until that free throw.
Ryan Rush into the game for Decker.
He just had Todd Decker's wife on the screen.
And I think Coach Decker noticed what we did, that John Decker looked like he was winded a little bit there, and they're giving him a little breather here.
Well, and that's part of that freshman business. You got to get that strength. Hunick's three-pointer. Bango.
Looks like he likes that spot. Now without the point guard in against the press, they get the turnover.
Pass is thrown away. Laid up and in by Mike Oppenheer for another 2 points. And it's 15-15. Christian has come back to tie up the ball game.
And Decker comes back into the game along with Nick Rint. The momentum has certainly swung in favor of the Eagles here.
John Locke in for Christian, number 10. Rint has it. He's got that nice low dribble. Foul is going to be called on Dustin Vervelde. That's his second foul. And coming in is going to be Justin Moeller. .239 remaining in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 15. A very entertaining game so far, and shooting woes have not been present so far for Lutheran.
Going against Christian zone here. Oh, you could see that one coming, Marty.
Yeah, Oppenheer read the pass and stole it and laid it up and in.
A soft cross-court pass is inviting trouble.
Oppenheer on a good hustle, almost tipped it away. Dillman going hard to the basket.
Nice drive.
Yeah, scoop shot is up and in.
And they needed that one. Oh, and here we have a turnover. And a steal and a
Voss
basket.
lays it up and in. A quick 4 points.
Voss. Big play.
Locke had it over to Oppenheer. Jake the Master swings it back outside. Sneller looking inside. He had position, but they didn't give him the ball. Locke had it on top. didn't look like he was ready for that,
No.
but he got the basket anyway.
There wasn't a lot of room in there, and he somehow got it through.
John Decker bringing it up against John Locke.
Nice dump off by Decker. He handles the ball well for a freshman.
Very adept passer. 21-19, Lutheran on top. Moeller had it.
There's another case where the postman was not ready for the pass.
I thought also the defense dropped down inside on him. Decker with a three-pointer got it to go. His second three of the quarter, and he has 8 points.
After the Eagles took the lead, the Crusaders are back in front now. They're up by 5.
Moeller's jump shot from 17 is no good. Tip-up is no good by DeMaster. Decker on the controls. You got 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Looks like the Crusaders might be going for the last shot here. Well, they're not going to have that option.
Well, Oppenheimer very quick. A little bit of a lazy pass.
I think the Crusaders, or the Eagles got away with a walk there, Marty. It looked like he shuffled his feet.
Well, Mike Oppenheimer is very impressive with his anticipation skills.
You betcha. He's picked off a number of those passes.
Good substitutions by Coach Decker. Get some of those players that have played a lot out. Give them a rest.
See how they handle this inbounds play. Plenty of time to get a good shot.
Unick with another good look. His shot is no good. Oh. Well, Unick had 2 attempts. The first one was pretty legitimate. The second one was kind of a prayer. But there you see it, 24-19. Lutheran on top at the end of 1.
If you had a crystal ball, what future would you see? At CARE, we see a time when everyone lives with dignity, where every child has a chance for a healthy life, a world without poverty. It's not just wishful thinking. We're working with people everywhere to one day make this vision a reality. Help build the future we all want to see and the world we all want to live in. CARE, where the end of poverty begins.
Ah, yes, getting started. For most Americans, it can be very difficult, especially when it comes to saving money. But once you wake up to the fact that if you don't start saving now, you just might have the opportunity to work forever. And that can be a real eye-opener. Saving for your financial future is easier than you think. Get started and choose to save. It will pay off in the long run.
Here you see Mike Oppenheimer ready to take the ball from Paul Grauman and start the second quarter. Unick has it in this corner. He's been red hot from the other corner. Looked like DeMaster got away with the walk, and then his shot wouldn't go down, hung on the rim. Rebound by Dillman. John Decker at the controls right now.
If Lutheran doesn't turn the ball over, they look like they've got a pretty good chance of scoring, but they get in trouble turning the ball over either against the press or just with some lazy passes in the half-court offense.
Steve Hunick's going to get charged with the foul. A little bit of a trip.
That's the 5th foul, I think, on Christian against only 2 for the Crusaders.
Owers has it out on top.
Correction, they've only got 4 fouls up on the scoreboard for them.
Yeah, that's what I had, 4 and 2. Decker surprised his teammate Dillman, but he was able to control the ball and get a shot off and then drew a foul.
He probably made a pass there he shouldn't have, you know.
Yeah, he's a little too far underneath the basket, should have just shot it.
Yeah, he should have just shot it. He had just as good a shot as the guy he tried to dump it off to. Overpassing is as much of a problem as not passing in some cases.
Justin Moeller committing the foul.
But it turned out okay for the Crusaders as they're at the free throw line.
Nate Dillman's free throws up and in. 25-19. We're just starting the second quarter of play. Lutheran on top. John Locke up to Moeller.
He should have swung that ball a little quicker and they'd have had a shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hunick was waiting for it, but it never came.
Nice box out over there.
Powers with the rebound, but then he threw it right away.
Eagles reset.
Inside the DeMaster, his spin move, he walked and got away with it, and then threw it out of bounds. That was pretty easy to see.
I don't know how they missed that one. Now here's the press.
You're right, turnovers have been the story, you know, actually, and I think Lutheran getting the lead and then giving it up.
See, if they clear out here now, and if he keeps the ball in the middle, it makes it more difficult for Christian to come up and trap the ball.
Well, he's got to get a little help from his teammates when Oppenheer comes up from behind.
And he came a long way. He was, you know, he just left his man from the other side of the court.
Lutheran stays in a zone. You can see Voss really dropping down in the post to help double team. Voss is number 25.
The Eagles really like to make that entry pass to the low post against that zone and then have that postman either make a little spin move, take it to the hoop, or look to kick it to the weak side.
Well, our big post player, Dave Sneller, number 50, is in. And there he goes, right inside. And the ball is tipped away. And
they almost forced the ball in there. I mean, whether it's open or not, they're going to go in there, I think.
I think Lutheran knows that. That's why they're double and sometimes even triple teaming the post player. Voss on the open court. Well, they had numbers for a second.
Now he should kick it there. Oh, nice pass.
Oh, nice move by Voss. Got the defense up in the air and then put his shot up and in. It's 27-19. Lutheran with their biggest lead.
Well, he's got that man open on the weak side. He was late getting it to him.
Ball is tipped away by Decker and then lost by Hunick. Decker taking it hard to the basket. The short jumper from the lane is not in.
Bit of an opportunity squandered there by the Crusaders.
One thing I thought Christian did real well was to get back on defense on what looked like a fast break by Lutheran. High and long, but saved by Locke.
That's what they call a skip pass, but he almost skipped the whole court with it.
Oppenheer's shot is off, and getting the rebound on the least weak side was
if they don't
Josh
score,
Lindsay.
they can't put their press on, and that really helps.
Drew Powers has it tipped away, and there's a hack on the arm. Let's see if Paul Grauman not calling the foul, but calling it tipped out of bounds by Christian.
Mike Oppenheer just signaled to Coach Flipsy that he needs a break, and he's been working hard, so that's no surprise. We always used to tell a player, if you tell me that you want to come out, you can put yourself back in when you feel you're ready. Rather have him doing that than not letting you know that he's tired.
Well, that gives a player an incentive to want to come out because he knows he can get back in. Oh, nice little move. Lindsay with their offensive board, put it up and in.
The Eagles are getting caught kind of flat-footed on defensive rebounds.
Well, it's a 10-point lead by the Crusaders. Decker coming out again. Checking in is Nick Rint. Hunick's shot under pressure is off, no good. Good defense by Lindsay.
I think he forced that one a little bit, Mike. Got to be patient against those zones. If you're patient and move the ball, you're going to find something open on the weak side usually.
Adam Rush also in the game there. You see him with the ball. Oh! They wanted to do the pick and roll.
Well, he took his knee out, though. He ran into...
Dillman's shot is off. He made a nice drive to the basket, but he's fouled. And Lindsay is down in pain. I don't know if he got kneed or if he...
No, didn't catch the number of the player that hit him, but he fell off balance into his knee and really took him out. But it looks like he's going to be okay. If he's walking like that, I think he's more stunned than anything.
Scott, can you get that queued up? See if we can see what look to see what happened.
Here it's it was a little bit late. I think we
caught him. We caught him in the act of laying down instead of getting hit. Dillman's first free throw is no good. He's only 1 for 3. There we're going to see it. Yeah, hit him with the shoulder, kind of right in the leg.
But he's moving pretty good as he comes off the court, so I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah. It looked worse than it though.
It did, yeah.
Good replay there, Scott. Just remember, Scott, you're only as good as your last replay. Power is short again.
2 misses there.
Signal that he's tired.
Especially when you're short like that. Timeout taken by the Eagles.
We're not sure if it's a full timeout. 30 seconds, so we'll keep it here. Right now, Lutheran has their biggest lead of the night, 29-19. What do you think Brett Flipsy's telling his troops?
I know what I'd be telling them. I'd tell them to be a little bit more patient against that zone. I think they can get good shots. What I would do is I'd work that high post a little bit more instead of that low post and then look to get the ball to the weak side. I think they can get some good shots against it. But they're not very patient against it, and I think they're rushing, and that's playing right into the Crusaders' hands.
It looked like they might have a zone buster in Hunick, but has gone silent here in the second quarter. Steve Hunick had 8 points in the first quarter, 2 threes and a 2-pointer.
He's got good looking form. If they can get him the ball open, he should be able to hit. But you gotta work one side of the court against that zone and then attack the other side. Get that defense shifted over.
Ryan Rush, I think I might have said Adam Rush. Ryan Rush is in the game, number 13. Ryan, a junior. There's that inside-outside action you're talking about, and it's a 3-point basket for Hunick. He now has 11 points. John Decker almost lost it.
Still got time. Be patient. No, that's all right. He used the timeout.
Well, Nick Rint ran down the floor and forgot to come back, and you always want to have 2 guards bringing the ball up, I would think, in some cases.
Yeah, you know, it kind of depends how much faith you got in your ball handler. In some cases, you don't mind just clearing out and saying, hey, you bring it up because you can beat anybody, but you got a freshman out there.
But even if you clear out, you still want to have one guy that can be
He's looking back. Yeah,
right.
He's looking back, so that if the ball handler has to pick up his dribble, you got to be coming to meet the pass. And
we're still at, well, we're at 29-22. Hunick nailing that 3. Closed the 10-point gap down to 7, and a lot of young fans tonight.
I'm sure the Crusaders are really playing on a lot of emotion tonight with them being shorthanded and against their big rival. And they're doing a nice job of it.
Nick Rint working against Jake the Master. Now, we haven't mentioned this, Tom, but set play, a great pass, and a basket by Nate Dillman.
That back screen and lob pass, you see that frequently, and a lot of times after a timeout, you get a chance to really set it up, and it works well. Worked well that time for the Crusaders.
Sneller in the mid post got it back out to Hunick, but his shot was no good, and then there's a foul. Foul's going to go on Dillman.
That was over in Hunick's spot on the floor, and he had a good look at it that time too. It was just in and out.
I think Brett Flipsy was listening to you during the timeout, because you know where Dillman came right up, right inside the free throw line and got the pass.
You've got to go inside first to collapse that zone a little bit and then kick it out. That opens up your shooters. If you just pass the ball around the outside, you know, it doesn't force that zone to move.
Kurt Faringa missed the first free throw. And misses the second one. Sneller almost got the rebound. Dillman tipped it away, and Rint came up with the loose ball.
The free throw shooting has left a bit to be desired tonight.
Looked like Coach Decker wanted to give his son a little breather by giving Rint more of the point guard responsibilities. But Rint in that possession threw the ball right out of bounds.
They're hanging in there. It's still up 9 with a little bit under 3 minutes to go in the game or in the half. So see, now they're in a different zone. They're more in a 2-1-2 or a 2-3 zone.
Unick swung it around to Feinrig, but his shot was off, and Dillman got hit in the mouth. He's bleeding from the mouth and wondering why wasn't there a call.
Well, I saw that, Martin. They both just were, you know, they were heading in opposite directions, and I don't know if you could call a foul on that. They just banged each other.
Pass inside to DeMaster. His shot, pardon me, yeah, DeMaster, and his shot was off, no good, and then it went out of bounds off
the leg of an Eagle. So
Lutheran has it. Drew Powers is going to trigger the inbounds.
Long pass.
Gilman with a nice catch. Pass inside to a Lindsay. His shot is no good, but he's fouled.
Now if they can make some free throws, they haven't, you know, both teams have struggled at the line tonight.
One thing that impresses me in watching these teams play is they really play together well. A lot of good passing.
They're looking for each other, that's for sure.
Lindsay got the friendly bounce. You know, Michael Buffer called that North-South game the War by the Shore. I think we could maybe call this game the Holy War by the Shore.
I guess that's a good name for it.
Let me get a look at some of the fans here tonight. Over on the Lutheran side. Second free throw by Lindsay is no good. But Lutheran has built that lead back up to 10 at 32-22 with a little over 2 minutes left in the half. Long shot is no good.
Nice position over there on the weak side
by Rosenthal.
Get the ball into Decker's hands.
Decker with a little pull-up 10-footer got it to go.
He used his height to great advantage there. I think Unick was in good position defensively, but Decker just shot right over the top of him.
Sneller gets it in the high post, back out to Oppenir. His 12-footer is off, no good. And then going over the back was Jake the Master. Well, they're going to get a chance to shoot some free throws, Tom, but they got to make the first to get the second.
Yeah, they've already got 8. You know, another 2, they'll get into the double bonus. Still only 3 fouls on the Crusaders. And that's important for them with their lack of depth tonight. They can't afford any foul trouble.
Lindsay had a 1-for-2 trip before. We're at 1:40 left at half. It's 34-22. The largest lead now for Lutheran as they've controlled this game for the most part. Shot by Rosenthal is up and in off a great pass. I didn't see who threw that
up in there through it. It was really a nice pass. Now they're trapping just.
Steve Unick tips it out of bounds away from John Decker. I thought Decker did a smart thing bringing up against the press, stopping in the backcourt.
Stopping in the backcourt as opposed to just crossing that 10-second line. And again, with his height, it's a little bit more difficult to trap him because he can pass over the top of that trap.
Yeah. Ryan Rush checking back in, seeing his second stint of the night. Philip Voss, gonna toss it in.
Looks like the Eagles are in a 1-3-1 now. Changing up their zones a bit. There's a skip pass down the, oh, see, he had somebody open in the corner if he wanted to go down there.
Powers was one of their three-point shooters and liked that spot out in the corner, but he hasn't been shooting well so far this year, and that's that lazy cross-court pass. If Oppenir is up there, I think he intercepts that.
You know, the Crusaders might be, I was just going to say, they might want to just sit and wait and run the clock out here.
Decker shot is no good. Powers' rebound shot is no good, and it's tipped out of bounds by Philip Voss.
.35 seconds left in the half.
Big possession for Christian. They're down 10, 34-24. Lutheran has played a very fine half of basketball so far, sticking with the very talented Crusaders of Christian.
Well, they've stayed in that zone in the entire half, and they've been able to do it. And
Andy Rosenthal's been very offensive. He couldn't get that shot to go. Sneller's first shot is no good, and he rebounds and puts it up and in.
Well, the Eagles needed that one, Marty. Give them a little momentum maybe going in the half. If they can convert the three-point play here and then stop the Crusaders, that gives them a little spark going into the locker room.
Foul goes on John Decker, his second, and for David Sneller, that's only his second basket of the night. He only has 4 points. He's our leading scorer, averaging about 13.5 points per game.
And if they can convert this free throw, they get a chance to put their press on. They might be able to get another quick one here now because Decker's out of the game. Let's see if they jump right into it if the free throw is made.
Could be a long 13 seconds for Lutheran.
Well, see, and they didn't convert the free throw, and then it's hard to put that press on.
Well, he got Voss trapped in the corner, but he got it out. Powers with a three-pointer, no good. Oppenheer with the rebound, then he's pushed out of bounds by his teammate, Jake the Master.
Oh, and they didn't call a foul. They just...
Well, his own teammate.
Oh, that was his own teammate, okay.
Yeah. 34 and 32 ran into each other.
Now they got 2 seconds. They can get a decent shot off. You know, they're underneath their own basket here. They're going to probably go to Decker because they just brought him in the game. They probably did that for a reason. There it is.
Decker with the three-pointer. It's short. Looked like it was right on line, but no good. We're at halftime where the score is Lutheran 34, Christian 26.
Driving to work, I can feel the anxiety building. My stomach starts to get sick. I start to sweat.
It's a feeling of terror, like a life and death situation, basically.
Anxiety and depressive disorders are the most common of all mental illnesses. For a free mental health screening, call our toll-free number or visit our website today.
This is the weight room.
This is Charles Woodson of the Oakland Raiders. Charles helps the United Way build stronger communities by supporting fitness and nutritional programs that help kids succeed.
This exercise right here develops upper body strength.
So how much can you bench?
But there's other aspects to physical fitness. There's cardiovascular, there's flexibility.
So how much can you bench?
You know, bench about 340 pounds.
My dad can bench more than that. So can my dad.
Great.
My dad can too.
Fresh produce at Piggly Wiggly.
Corn in the cob, red tomatoes on a vine. Peaches and grapes? I like red tomatoes. I love corn on the cob. Apples. My little brother likes broccoli. He's weird.
Produce that's pampered to perfection. Just one more reason to shop at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly! Shop the pig! This stuff is sweet.
The tools needed to rebuild lives after a disaster aren't always hammers and nails. The tools needed to give warmth to the homeless don't always come from a store. When lives need rebuilding, the Salvation Army knows it takes tools that come from the heart. Donate online or call 1-800-SALARMY.
We're back at Sheboygan County Christian High School where the Lutheran Crusaders have forged out to a 34-26 halftime lead. Let's go through the high scorers. Steve Hunick led all scorers in the first half with 11 points. Chipping in with 6 was Mike Oppenheer and David Sneller with 4. For the Lutheran Crusaders, they were led by freshman John Decker with 10. Nate Dillman with 7. Drew Powers and Philip Voss each had 6, and Josh Lindsay had 5. So good balanced scoring by Lutheran.
Eagles starting out in a 1-3-1 zone again here, Marty, and the Crusaders are keeping the ball out on top, changing sides of the court with it. I'm gonna probe it a little bit and see what they can get. Being very patient. At this point, they're not even looking at the basket, so maybe they're gonna try to draw the Eagles out of the zone.
Well, 2 tall people, 6'4" John Decker and 6'4", 6'5" Drew Powers are on top. Philip Voss, a 5'10" guard is in the middle. Decker with a three-point attempt. His shot is off, no good. Jake DeMaster gets the rebound. Well, it looks like the Eagles want Lutheran to fire it from outside.
Yeah. You know, I always said that the first 2-3 minutes of the after halftime are really important, Marty. So let's see what happens here. If the Eagles can hit on a couple, they can get right back in the game. On the other hand, if the Crusaders can hold them off and come up with a couple of their own, they might really take control of the game right here. Big shot right here.
DeMaster with a three-pointer, got it to go. Pardon me, that was Oppenheer. Mike Oppenheer with a three. He now has 9 points.
And that was a big shot.
There you get a good shot of Mike. Dillman almost had it stolen away, but Decker did by Hunick. He takes it hard to the basket. A mini dunk.
Kind of lost control of it out of his hand a little bit, but gave the fans a little bit of what they wanted to see out of that one.
Quick 5 points by Christian has narrowed the gap from 8 down to 3.
This 1-3-1 is bothering the Crusaders. They haven't gotten a good shot against it yet.
Dillman looked like he was open underneath, but Powers reluctant to throw it down there. Decker open from 3, got it to go.
Another situation where the defender released on the man with the ball and went to look for somebody to cover, and the guy with the ball just, no,
That
maybe I'll
seems so
shoot it.
basic, you know, to do that at the varsity level. You got to cover the ball. For John Decker, that was his 3rd three-pointer. Oppenheer takes it in the lane. His short jumper is no good, but Voss fouls him.
Fouled on the shot, so he'll go to the line for 2.
We're at 37-31. Lutheran on top. Oppenheer with a chance for a couple of free throws. His first trip to the line tonight. So far, Christian has made only 3 of 8 free throws.
Pick up 2 there.
Lutheran was only 4 of 10, Tom, in the first half on their free throw shooting.
Free throw shooting was not anything to write home about.
Powers out to Voss. His 17-footer is off. Hunick with the rebound.
An opportunity here for the Eagles to cut it to 2, or even 1 possibly. Be the closest they'd been in a while.
Vervelde out to Hunick. He spots up. Shot is in and out.
He had it, or he thought he had it. A nice steal and a pass and a foul. DeMaster with the steal, Vervelde with the bucket and the foul.
Nate Dillman got the rebound, but he wasn't very strong with the ball, and DeMaster was Johnny on the spot, tipping that ball away. The foul went on Josh Lindsay. That's his 2nd.
It's a spurt here now by the Eagles, Marty. We always say that in basketball is really a game of spurts, and you try to maximize yours and minimize theirs, and this is a run here for the Eagles.
They have a chance to close it to 1. Vervelde, his free throw is perfect. 3-point play. He now has 3 points on the night.
And here's the press now. Now they're trapping.
Decker with good ball handling skills, and then Ryan Rush got in his way. He's trying to take it to the hoop.
A bit unlucky there for the Eagles because Decker was a little bit in no man's land there. I think he had taken it a little deeper than he wanted to into traffic, and he was bailed out a little bit by the foul.
I really like what he did again at half court, not crossing the line, you know, giving himself the option of going backwards. Rush dribbled it off of Hunick's foot. Lutheran will keep it. It's 37-36. And Todd Decker calls a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a short break and be right back.
I love the challenge of computers. Not that I have much time with these little guys and my job, but when my wife went back to school, I thought, why can't I? Certain things in life demand my attention, but a new career in computer science deserves my attention. An evening class at Lakeland doesn't tie my life in knots, thanks to a flexible, easy-to-manage schedule that allows me to balance work, school, and the twins. Evening classes that meet once a week, that's the easy part.
There you see Tom Graham's the taller, good-looking guy with the glasses, and I'm the shorter, gray-haired guy. You talked before about minimizing the opponent's run, and this would seem like a timeout that's trying to minimize the Christian run.
Yeah, trying to kill their momentum a little bit, and we'll see if it's effective here. The Crusaders need to get some decent shots against the zone because it's really got them flustered a bit here.
Decker surveying the situation, gets it over to Rush. Voss in the high post. Mike Oppenier's on the baseline. Tom trying to cover corner to corner and comes down with the rebound. Again, another miss by Lutheran. They can't shoot over that zone.
No, and they're shooting contested shots too, so they're struggling.
Oppenier with an open three is no good.
A nice tip there by Decker.
Voss with a hanger and got it to go.
They get a bucket out of it. Bernie Barkin at Beloit had been proud of that. They used to run the tipping zone where they would just tip the ball out and start their fast break for it. I don't think the Crusaders did it intentionally, but it worked out that way.
Jake the Master had a shot go in and then pop back out. And again, Oppenier very quick on the defense, and Decker not getting any help from his teammates. Master on a fadeaway, his shot is off. No good. Good block out by Lutheran. Ryan Rush getting the ball. And Todd Decker calls a timeout. He's not too happy about something.
I think he's a little upset that his son wasn't paying as much attention, maybe bringing that ball up the court. And that's a couple times now. Defenders have come from behind, and you just have to protect that ball a little bit. You have to assume when you have the ball, people are going to be coming at you.
I mentioned the point that I thought teammates aren't helping him out, but you really got to have a feel for that, I would think.
Well, he's awful young, and the gym is loud, even if your teammates are yelling at you. And again, if you've got the ball, you just got to assume people are coming. You just have to protect it.
It's 39-36, Lutheran on top, and they have the possession. We're at 3:08 remaining in the third quarter. Mike Martin along with Tom Graham bringing you the ball game tonight. Brian Andrews manning the floor camera. Tim McMunn up here on top, and Scott Mieloff spinning the dials in the truck tonight. Again, Tom, thanks a lot for helping out. Got in touch with you over in Stevens Point yesterday.
Yeah, I was there for some WIA meetings, and it's a pleasure to come and watch a game like this.
Decker at the controls, being guarded by John Locke. Shot is off, no good. Rebounded by Vervelde. Oppenier from outside the line. He got it to go, and we're all tied up.
Oppenier got a nice open look that time, and if he's got time to get his feet set, it looks like he's got a good shot of getting that baby down.
He has 14 points in the game, 8 in the quarter. It's 39-39. We're at 2:30 remaining in the third quarter.
Lutheran hasn't been able to get anything inside against his own. There it is.
Play.
There it is.
Well, they kept control, but if they could have caught the ball, they might have had a good shot. Taking it hard to the basket is Drew Powers, but he's fouled.
Actually, the Eagles were in a man-to-man that time now, so maybe changing the defense off the timeout just to try to confuse them a bit.
Good strategy or bad strategy?
Well, that zone was working so well for them, but, sometimes it's okay just to give you another look they ended up fouling, so we'll see what happens for them. They might go right back into that zone on the next trip down the court. Sometimes you say, well, let's just give them a little different look on just this one trip.
Drew Powers gives Lutheran the lead at 40-39. Checking in is Nick Rint. John Decker taking a break. You get a good shot of Drew. Second free throw's no good, but he got his own rebound, put it up and in.
Nobody stepped in front of the free throw shooter.
Well, again,
Cardinals in there.
I was going to say another one of those basic things that you would think should just happen automatically. DeMaster with a spin move. Oh, nice little duck under for 2 points.
Looked like it might have been a little bit of an extra step there, but
I was thinking the same thing.
Our opinion doesn't matter on it.
Lost to Powers. His kiss off the glass is no good. Sneller with the rebound.
Tough rebound.
We're at 1:30. DeMaster's shot is blocked by Dillman. And he pats DeMaster on the butt.
Coach Decker telling him to slow it down and set it up.
Powers with a long three-pointer. His shot is off, no good. Oppenheimer has it tipped away. Dillman puts it up and in.
Boy, a nice garbage bucket, and they needed that one.
That ball is tipped away by number 24. We don't have him on our roster. Sneller looked like he walked, carried the ball on his hip. DeMaster's shot rolled off, and it's 44-41. A quick flurry to end the third quarter. We're at
Coach Decker's telling him to stay in the backcourt, run, let things get set up. I think he's trying to buy a little time with his son on the bench, trying to give those guys a little bit of a breather.
We're at 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lutheran has been able to recapture the lead. It's 44-41.
The Eagles have stayed in that man-to-man now, Marty.
Decker being guarded by the smaller Locke. Takes him inside. Shovels the ball inside to Lindsay. His shot rolls off. And then we're going to get a foul on number 24. We don't have a name on that young man, Tom. He wasn't on the program.
No, it might be somebody they brought up from the JVs because of the loss of a couple of their players for tonight's game. I really think that the Crusaders are getting better shots against that man-to-man than they got against the zone.
I think you're right. Well, we missed the announcement who the guy was.
Did they
mentioned his name, yeah. Moeller had it over to DeMaster for an easy two.
Nice pass for the easy basket.
Dillman had it. Ross almost stepped on the line.
That 10-second line.
We're rolling down to 10 seconds. Decker wants him to clear it out for him. He takes it all the way to the hole, but he's fouled before the shot by John Locke.
So that's going to give the Crusaders 7 seconds to get a shot off here to end the quarter. That's plenty of time to get a good one, so they don't have to rush anything.
I think they're going to be in a zone now, Tom.
I would think so off the inbounds. Looks like they're looking, and they got it.
Oh, Dillman with a nice shot. Long shot by Vervelde is off the rim, and at the end of 3 quarters of play, Lutheran on top, 46-43.
Crusaders were able.
Across the country, Americans are rolling up their sleeves to help each other.
Showing true strength of character and kindness and compassion.
Spirit and enthusiasm. Together, we make America strong.
Find out how you can serve, no matter where you are in life, at nationalservice.org.
It's your world.
It's your chance to make it better.
Apply online at nationalservice.org and answer the President's call to service.
There are people with a calling. Most supposed to serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. Earning money for college. Protecting their community. In the Army National Guard, you can.
Christian's John Locke tosses it in to Justin Moeller. As we start the fourth quarter of action, Mike Martin along with Tom Grams. 46-43, Lutheran on top, and they're in a zone again.
Or still, the Eagles had a good quarter. They outscored them by 5 in the third quarter to cut that 8-point lead down to 3. So now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. In the fourth quarter, it's anybody's game.
Vervelde, bango, a three-pointer. Vervelde now with 6.
Now we'll see how the young Crusaders handle the pressure.
Decker's shot is off, no good. Vervelde just a little late trying to slap the ball away, got the foul.
Nice job by Decker drawing the foul there and giving him a chance to get a couple here from the charity stripe.
Actually, Dustin Vervelde did not commit the foul, it was John Locke. That gives John Decker 14 points. He's tied with Mike Oppenheer for game-high honors. And his second free throw is good. He now has 15, and Lutheran has a 2-point lead.
Every time Christian catches him, Lutheran's managed to open it up again, but it's pretty tight now.
Nice move there, the master. Pump fake got Dillman off his feet and was able to get the shot up and in. Voss trying to penetrate and pitch, and the Eagles in a man-to-man. Oh, I thought Voss got away with a double dribble. Well, they got numbers down the floor, but Vervelde not looking up. Locke trying to get the shot off, but can't. Dishes it out to Hunick. His three-pointer is no good. Moeller on the rebound, landed on the line. Lutheran will get it.
Eagles have a chance to set up their press here off the dead ball. And this has given the Crusaders some problems.
Well, Mike Oppenheer coming in, and he's been very dangerous.
He's caused some problems for him. He's quick, he anticipates well, he pops into the passing lanes. He does a nice job.
And he hit a couple of three-pointers.
There it is. There's his turnover. Ooh, and maybe a little walk, but.
And another walk, it looked like. Hunick spots up from three land and got it to go.
And the Eagles take the lead by 3. And another turnover against
Oppenheer with another steal. Well, it looked like he wanted to shoot the three, but couldn't get his feet set. Locke's pass to DeMaster was tipped away, and then Locke got it back, but his feet were on the line. And with a 3-point deficit, Todd Decker decides to call a timeout.
Good timeout, I think, Marty. I think he's trying to stop the flood here.
It's a full timeout, so we'll take a short break and be right back.
Our fugitive has been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven terrain, barring any injuries, is 4 miles per hour. What I need from each and every one of you is a full target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, hen house, outhouse, and dog house in that area. Your fugitive has just cashed in his 401k plan, and all he had to do was roll it over.
Learn about rollovers and protecting your financial future, and choose to save.
You can't mess with the big dog.
Young players, you know, all of a sudden now they're worrying about it. They're thinking about it. It isn't physically that they're so tired, but just, you know, they just.
You know, we mentioned it when Oppenheer came in, but you know, he's not only a force on the defensive end. He's put points on the board here in the second half, and he's been a very good player for the the Christian Eagles.
That pressure just eventually takes its toll, you know, and you know, for the Eagles, it's not hurting them. It's not like when the Crusaders do break the press, they're scoring off it, so there's no reason for the Eagles not to keep the press on.
Pass goes into Drew Powers, who dishes it down to John Decker. Good thing he was 6'4", because that was a tough pass to handle. Voss has it over to Powers. And Decker curls in the lane, takes it hard to the basket. Dish off to Dillman, and he got it in. That was another case where maybe one too many passes, Tom.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially going to his right, all he did right-handed layup. Oppenhier's shot is off, no good, but Dillman's going to get called for the foul, and Oppenhier's down.
I think he's going to be okay. I'm sitting here thinking that Lutheran is glad to see the Eagles in that man-to-man, because they're getting a lot better shots against that zone. They weren't getting any looks.
For Dillman, that's only his second foul. The other thing is, generally speaking, I think that Christian is quicker, so they can get around those defenders. Mike Oppenier is now 3 for 3 from the line and has 15 points. Lindsay coming in and Sneller coming in. Lindsay for Lutheran, Sneller for Sheboygan County Christian. And Christian grabs a three-point lead again, 53-50. We're down to 5:35 remaining in the ball game. And the smaller Locke providing good pressure on Decker. His three-point attempt is no good.
I think he might have shot that one a little quick, Marty. He could have probably got a better shot.
I was waiting for you to say that. I knew that was going to come out of your mouth, because I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, there's over 5 minutes left in the game. They don't need to be throwing
Moeller with a long three. Where'd that come from? His first points of the night.
And now the Eagles have a 6-point lead. And this is really a crucial point of the game.
Decker with a nice feed to Dillman for an easy two.
And now the Eagles take a time. Oh no, the Crusaders take a 30.
Another timeout, a 30-second timeout. He doesn't have many timeouts left.
No, that's what I was thinking. That's why I thought maybe it was an Eagle timeout, because it seemed like Lutheran had taken a number of them, but I guess Coach Decker really feels he needs to get this under control here.
Well, I wonder if it's not too late to go back to a zone if they wanted to. Here you see the good pass from Decker into Dillman for the easy two.
I think if I were the Eagles, I might be thinking about going back to that zone. You know, they've got the lead now, and the Crusaders weren't getting anything against that zone. But sometimes coaches like to play the man-to-man just because it gets you going a little bit. You know, you stand around sometimes at that zone, you don't do as well on offense either. Now the Crusaders coming out in a little bit of pressure.
And that's maybe why the timeout was called, so they could set it up. John Locke gets it over to Hunick. To step up on Moeller, he just nailed a three. Brett Flipsy mentioned prior to the game that they've got great balance with their team in terms of scoring, and we've seen that tonight. Eight different people have scored points.
Turnover there on the post pass by the Eagles, and the Crusaders get another chance now to bring it up and see if they can close the gap a little bit. Should have a 3-on-2 here if they get a decent shot against it.
Dillman's shot was blocked by Sneller. And you called it, Coach. They had numbers and ran the break pretty nicely, but David Sneller making a great defensive play.
You bet, coming from behind. He covered a lot of ground there in the last minute.
Dustin Vervelde at the controls, being guarded by Drew Powers. Moeller with a three. Whoa.
Wow, two big threes there in the last couple minutes. That bumps the lead up to 7. And the Crusaders are in some trouble here now.
Locke with John Decker with a runner. His shot was no good. Dillman was able to bail him out with the rebound and got fouled.
Boy, and they needed that one, Marty. Again, to stem the tide, because it's kind of slipping away here. The Eagles have opened up a 7-point lead. Crusaders really need to convert here.
I was just thinking it might have been one of those freshman mistakes, Tom, you know, again, taking the quick shot.
Well, they're saying Dillman was in the act of shooting here. There's been some discussion between the coaches and the officials whether he was or not, but they're sending him to the line.
Nate Dillman is only 1 out of 4 on his free throws tonight. Make it 1 out of 5.
You notice how he fell across the line after he shot? You know, he didn't have good balance on that shot.
Jake DeMaster checking in, and John Locke coming out. Locke doing a good job during his stint. And Lindsay coming in for Lutheran, and Philip Voss coming out. These free throws are important when you're down, too. You got to make every opportunity. Sneller with a strong rebound.
2 big misses.
And we're down to 3:50. Christian in control. DeMaster and Lindsay, a real battle inside trying to get position. Sneller's spin move is no good.
Not sure the Eagles really needed that shot at that point when you got a 7-point lead.
Decker had his shot blocked, but he was able to get it off, but it was no good. And Sneller with the rebound. Oppenheimer ahead of the crowd, gets a long pass and lays it up and in.
I think that was Verveldi that made that pass, and that was a nice look up the court.
18 points now for Mike Oppenheimer, and he's done it all. Decker directing traffic. Sneller guarding Dillman tightly. Decker with a 3-ball, no good. Verveldi gets the rebound again, and it's 1 and done for Lutheran. Ball is tipped out of bounds.
I'm sure Coach Lipsy is thinking, now let's just settle down, guys. We've really had a great quarter here. We're up 9 now. We don't need to rush anything. Let's not do anything silly here. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the game.
Ryan Rush checks back in. He's seen quite a few minutes tonight off the bench. John Locke back in the game. He's played valuable minutes. Moeller is open. Shot doesn't go. Sneller's 12-footer. The left-hander can't get it to go. Powers.
Ooh. A bit of an elbow there.
Yeah. He got DeMaster off of him, but then lost it. Now DeMaster has it on the fast break, but it's tipped away. Christian will keep it, and they have a 9-point lead at 61-52. We're down to 2:17. And things not looking up if you're a Crusader fan.
No, it's not looking very good right now. And I think if the Eagles are smart, they'd be just saying, hey, we're not going to shoot anything but a layup here. They've got enough points to win right now.
No, it looks like they're in a zone at this point. Maybe now
they're out of that zone.
Right.
Just take your time, and they've got to come out of it.
John Locke is fouled by John Decker. And that will not put them to the line. That's only the 5th foul on Lutheran.
And that's one of those rare instances where you just as soon be in the bonus situation and have more fouls. They'll shoot on the next one, so if they want to foul now, they can do it. And they have gone to the man-to-man here, Marty.
Keep track of the lines. Sneller trying to establish inside position. Dillman on him. Then a hand check by Drew Powers at the 138 mark.
If the Eagles can make their free throws now, Marty, and don't turn it over, they should be able to put this one away.
Well, that was only the 6th foul.
Oh. Okay.
That was only the first foul on Drew Powers. Vervelde with a two-handed shiver on Powers to get open. No call by the official. Ball is slapped away.
The official's letting him play.
Decker dribbles it off his foot. He had a wide open layup.
Sometimes that happens, and you know, all you can do is get your head back up and say, let's go get him. You know, nobody feels worse about it than John Decker.
And the guy throwing the pass, he missed out on an assist. Drew Powers doing the smart thing. He's got he's the one with the fouls to take, and he commits a foul on Vervelde, and that'll send him to the line finally. It's actually a good situation for Lutheran in the sense that, like you mentioned, Christian has to make the first to get the second. If they can get them missing, they can get opportunities to score.
And the way free throws have been shot here tonight, there's a good chance that they're going to miss.
This has not been a good free throw night for either team. Vervelde gets a kind bounce off the rim. Got it to go. Largest lead for Christian right now, 62-52, 122 remaining. Oh, didn't get the kind bounce that time. Came out. 1:15 remaining.
Crusaders need to get a quick shot here.
Decker's three-point attempt is over the backboard and out of bounds. Christian will get it.
I think they're warming up the bus, Marty.
They don't have to warm up the bus. But I get the message. What did Don Meredith say? Turn out the lights, the party's over. Actually, a party will start after the game with ice cream. The Master, quick pass inside to Moeller. His shot is no good.
They really don't need the basket.
Powers trying to get the foul and finally does. But it might be a little too late. Moeller's got to be thinking, how can I miss a layup when I just made two long threes?
It's like Coach Decker is sending some people in for the last minute to get him in the game, so.
And Adam Rush, number 14, seeing his first action. Number 44, Derek Bergelin, coming in.
Both teams now clearing the bench, so I think this one's ready to go in the books.
Greg Fisher, number 20, was also in for Lutheran. For Christian, John Adams, number 54, checked in, and waiting at the bench is Andy Rosenthal, I believe. Moeller makes his first free throw attempt of the night. Makes it 63-52. And he puts his next free throw in.
Moeller's had a big fourth quarter here. 8 points, and
you know, he hit his three-point baskets at real crucial times.
Yeah, those
also.
are two big ones.
You know, all of a sudden out of nowhere, he's firing a three in that. And
right, he had that scored all night before that.
Really? Yeah, I don't even think he took a shot. Rush with a look inside to Berglund, but throws it away. And then Christian promptly throws the ball out of bounds.
Might get a little ragged now. Sometimes it does at the last minute when you get new people in for both teams.
I remember when I coached at Chilton, Jim Eisner, I used to upset him to no end, you know, when those last guys get in. He wanted them playing just like the starters would, you know, running the patterns, playing smart, not being an individual type player. Shot is off, no good. Rebound shot by Fisher is also no good. Rush passes it over to Rint. His shot is no good. Rosenthal's fadeaway, no good, but he's fouled by Greg Fisher. Rosenthal will go to the line shooting a pair.
I think he was determined to get one there, Marty. He had his head down and he was going.
He reminded me of me when I played with Futzies.
Exactly. You never saw a shot you didn't like.
Is that why you guys never threw me the ball after the first year?
I remember one night you were 11 for 12. You touched the ball 12 times and shot at 11.
I do remember one night at Urban you pulled me out because you were afraid the other team would come out of the zone. I was in a zone that night. Jamaster with the rebound and the putback. 66-52, and that's going to be the ball game.
Nice comeback by the Eagles to win by 14 after trailing for 3/4 of the game.
Christian comes back, like Tom said, it was 66-52. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, hopefully Tom Grams will have some players from the winning team.
Could reach the spot, go on down for you, so you could see the truth, that I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe, and if I could, I'd change the world.
For a free exercise guide for folks over 50, call 1-800-222-2225.
My mom is a hero. She goes into places normal people want to get away from. She rescues families, makes everyone safe. But the best thing she can do is come home.
The U.S. Fire Administration reminds you to protect the heroes who protect our lives. Have a smoke alarm on every floor. Test it monthly. Replace the battery yearly. Do your part to get out before they have to come in.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good, oh, with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Find out what you can do. Contact Volunteers of America today.
We're back at Sheboygan County Christian, where the Eagles have defeated Sheboygan Lutheran 66-52. Tom Grams is down on the floor with the winning coach, Brett Flipsy. Take it away, Tom.
Tom Grams here with the winning coach, Brett Flipsy from the Sheboygan County Christian Eagles. Coach, congratulations on your big win tonight over the Lutheran Crusaders.
Thank you. Very tough game tonight. They came ready to play.
They really did. They had you down 8 points at halftime. What'd you say to the kids at halftime?
I just told them it was homecoming. We really didn't want to step up and lose to Lutheran, big rival, and just to come back out and play in the second half.
Did you do anything different defensively or offensively, or make any changes, or is it just a matter of wearing them down?
We did look at them in the first half, said they shot 8 for 11 in the first quarter. In the second quarter, near the end, they tended to tail off, so we thought they were getting tired. So we went to a trapping zone right in the beginning, and then backed off and went back to full court man in the second half to wear them down.
it looked like your press caused them some problems. You created some turnovers. I think if you'd have made some more of your free throws, you'd have probably really been able to put that press on them. But it looked like the pressure got to them.
Yeah, I think so. I think they got a little bit tired in the fourth quarter and had a couple big turnovers that cost them the lead. But other than that, I think they played a whale of a game, and they came ready. They came ready to play, and they proved it tonight.
They really did. You know, the freshman point guard for him, Coach Decker's son, John, really did a nice job handling the press. But, you know, sometimes that kind of wears on you after a while, especially when you're a freshman. I thought they did a nice job early in the game, particularly coming up with a lot of loose balls. And then maybe your experience and maturity caught up with them.
Yeah, I thought so, too. I thought they outplayed us in the first quarter for sure. I mean, they came ready to play tonight. They were down 2 starters from their team, and they didn't let that bother them. They came out and jumped on us.
I think sometimes in a big rivalry game like that, that emotion can overcome some of those things. But it looks like you guys are back on track now. You're doing a nice job. What have you got coming up?
We've got Random Lake, and you know we're looking up in the conference. I mean, we lost to Oostburg the other night, and you know we're looking up. We can't sit on a 7-2 record and think we're really good, because if we want to win the CLC, you know we've got to beat Lutheran, we've got to beat Random Lake, we got to come back and beat Oostburg. So.
Well, congratulations on a big win tonight, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Marty.
Let's go through the scoring for the Lutheran Crusaders. They were led by John Decker and Nate Dillman with 15 points each. Chipping in with 9 points was Drew Powers. Philip Voss had 8. And then rounding out the scoring for Lutheran was Josh Lindsay with 5. For the Christian Eagles, leading all scorers in tonight's game was Mike Oppenier with 18 points, and Oppie was also a force on the defensive end. Chipping in with 16 points was Steve Hunick, and then it was Jake DeMaster with 9. Justin Moeller had a big 8 points, all in the fourth quarter, 2 of them coming from three-point land to thrust the Eagles in the lead. Dustin Vervelde had 7. David Sneller had 4, but was a force inside, especially on the rebounding end. And then chipping in with 2 was Andy Rosenthal and John Locke to round out the scoring. Christian Eagles move now to 7-1 in league, 7-2 overall. You heard Brett Flipsy mention that, while the Lutheran Crusaders dropped to 2-5 in the league and 3-6 overall. Our next game is going to be next Friday when Manitowoc visits Sheboygan South, so you can look forward to that. I want to thank the crew. Brian Andrews on the floor, Mike. There you see him down there. There you see me along with Tim McMunn on the up camera. Scott Meloff in the truck. My partner Tom Grams, and I'm Mike Martin. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.
Having twins can be a handful.
Buy one, get one free.
So when I decided to go back to school, I needed to find one that fit our lifestyle. Lakeland College was the perfect place. They offer an easy-to-manage schedule and counselors to help me anytime. Evening classes at Lakeland don't tie our life in knots.
Ever consider a double major?
Fresh produce at Piggly Wiggly.
We're in the cob. Red tomatoes on a vine. Peaches and grapes? I like red tomatoes. I love corn on the cob. Apples. My little brother likes broccoli. He's weird.
Produce that's pampered to perfection. Just one more reason to shop at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly! Shop and pay! This stuff is sweet.